A lot of simulator games on the market now are low quality shite, made for the memes and to attract twatty React YouTubers, but there are some damn good ones out there, like Farming Simulator, Power Wash Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and Euro Truck Simulator 2. For people who like relaxing games, you can do a lot worse than Euro Truck 2. Even if you don't care about truck driving, it's a damn calming experience. At the start of the game, you give your driver and company a name. I couldn't think of a funny one, and I'm disappointed in myself. You're given a crappy shed that looks like a crack den for your first depot to expand your business from later on. Then you'll be driving lorries for different companies like a good wage slave until you can save up enough money to buy your own truck. Using your own truck pays more, and ideally from there you want to buy depots, staff and trucks for them to expand your empire. The majority of your time is going to be spent driving from place to place delivering various cargo. I always end up in a relaxing trance playing this game, bang on a podcast and help my trucking empire grow whilst enjoying the scenery. The gameplay is very customizable. You can treat this game as a sim, getting your racing wheel out, turning off the assist to give it ultra realistic handling, weight and traffic laws, which is fine, but it is a lot of effort.
Change gear, change gear, change gear, check your mirrors, murder a prostitute, change gear, murder, check your... That's a lot of effort in a day.
You can go somewhere in between, so it's a bit more casual, kind of where I like it, but sometimes I turn off the game's speed cameras so I can max out my truck on Estonia's equivalent of the M1 whilst towing explosive materials. I almost treat it like a racing game. I just like to think of my delivery destination's reaction when I get there. Le fuck, you got from Estonia to Paris in half an hour. The game's map of Europe does have some very nice areas, but most of the time you'll be looking at generic motorways. As you get to backcountry roads and so on, the scenery improves and the driving is more challenging. It's nice on the longer journeys since you get a nice variety of motorways and smaller roads, and random events like detours add to that variety as well. And the problem of the boring-ish scenery is really improved in the game's DLC though. Some of the areas of France and Scandinavia, the DLCs I have, look really good and they always go on sale, so it's a worthwhile investment. The map itself is obviously not a full replica of Europe, it's condensed, but it still feels massive. And after playing this game for loads of hours, I've only seen about a quarter of its map. A lot of the game's major cities can look disappointing, a few warehouses and a landmark in the distance if you look at it. Again, it's a bit better in the DLCs. The driving itself works great, you get a real sense of weight to these trucks, especially if you have a heavy load on the back of it, and the game isn't that punishing. If you cock up and roll your lorry into a ditch on the A45, you can get a tow to the nearest town for a modest fee, and the repairs aren't too expensive either. It's easy enough to earn that money back. The traffic AI for the most part works perfectly fine, but when the AI wants to piss you off, they can. Some have never heard of giving way and they change lanes with no regard for you, but that's driving, innit? You never know when some middle-aged, fat, balding twat is going to do something stupid in his midlife crisis BMW. The game has some light RPG elements that give you a better sense of progression. You earn XP for each delivery you do. With every level up you get a skill point to put in a few different categories. These let you carry more dangerous cargo for more money or take on longer journeys, again for more money. The business management element of the game isn't very deep, but whatever, the game's focus is on the driving. You can buy depots all across Europe and hire drivers to work for you. At first these drivers suck ass and can barely haul something to the local shops, but as they gain experience the money starts coming in. Once you have a lot of disposable income, you can use the excess cash to customise your truck, both inside and out, as well as performance upgrades. It's nice to be able to personalise your truck, and there's quite a lot to play around with, but some of the paint jobs and so on are locked behind the DLC. Recently the developers added official multiplayer support to the game. It's a max of 8 players at the moment, but it's a great idea to add co-op into the game. I haven't tried the official multiplayer yet, but I did play the multiplayer mod before the official multiplayer came out and had a great time playing it with my friends. Graphically, the game looks nice considering it's almost 11 years old. Some of the cars you see on the road can look a bit blocky, but the trucks look really detailed, both inside and out. It looks really nice when it's raining or nighttime or both, very atmospheric, and the sound design on the rain is quite immersive. Overall, it's still worth playing now easily. 11 years it's been updated and supported. I just don't understand how this game hasn't been ported to consoles. I mean, I'm no expert, but I could see it making a killing on there. I mean, Farming Simulator does. Is it time for a sequel? Yeah, I mean 11 years is a long time. American Truck Simulator kind of is a sequel. I do own it, but I haven't played it yet, but from what I've read, it's kind of identical, just with a different map and trucks. Anyway, the base game for Euro Truck goes on sale for like £3, and you can't go wrong. Top stuff.
breakfast.
I'm such a mess, I'm lost, I'm no good at this. I'm in love, still in love, still in love with you. Hard as I try, I can't even drink this pain away.